They tried to erase her legacy, but they forgot you can't evict a soul that refuses to bow. Before we begin, if you believe that no one should have their family legacy stolen, then pause for just 1 second and click subscribe right now to join our growing community. Because this is more than just a story, it's a fight for truth. White right pointing backhand index, click here to subscribe. Rain poured over Atlanta, Georgia, like the heavens themselves were mourning. Through the haze, a young woman, Zariah Lewis, 24, stood at the iron gates of the only place she'd ever known as home, a gold-plated duplex, shining even under the storm. Her parents had died when she was only 8. Her father, an engineer, built that house with his bare hands, every beam a symbol of his perseverance, every room a reminder that black wealth was not a myth. And now, years later, the Homeowners Association, the HOA, had come knocking, claiming unpaid community dues that Zariah had never even heard of. Miss Lewis, the man at the gate said, rain dripping from his umbrella, voice flat and smug. I'm Roger Sloan, head of the Willow Street HOA. You've been in violation for over 10 years. We'll be moving forward with collection and repossession. Zariah's jaw trembled. My parents owned this home. They paid off everything before they died. Roger smiled, not kindly, but like a predator. Then I'm sure you'll find the paperwork very enlightening. Thunder strikes, camera pans to Zariah's face. Lightning catches the tears in her eyes. Inside the house, memories clung to every surface. Family photos, her mother's laughter echoing in the halls. But on the marble table sat a stack of legal letters she'd ignored for months, thinking they were junk mail. Now, every letter had a red stamp, final notice. She called her lawyer, or rather, the only one who'd listen, Tiana Brooks, a young black attorney working out of a cramped office downtown. Zariah, they say I owe 10 years of HOA dues. That can't be right. My parents never mentioned this. Tiana, Zariah, listen, this isn't about money. It's about control. They've been trying to rezone that neighborhood for luxury condos. You're standing in the way. The words froze her blood. A knock at the door. 2 officers stood outside, and behind them, Roger Sloan, holding a clipboard and a smirk. Roger, we are serving you an eviction notice, effective immediately. Camera zooms in, her hand shakes, clutching her mother's wedding photo. By morning, the news had spread across the block. Old neighbors, most of them black, gathered at her gate, holding signs that read, "Hands off her legacy. Stop predatory HOAs." Zariah stood in her driveway, tears gone now. Replaced by fire. Zariah, to the crowd, they think they can take what our families built, what we built, because we don't have power. But today, we remind them, this house is ours. The crowd erupted. A drone camera from a local blogger hovered overhead, capturing every moment, the young orphan standing defiantly before the system that tried to erase her. And somewhere across town, Roger Sloan watched the footage from his office, scowling. He picked up the phone. Call code enforcement. I want her house condemned. Slow fade out to black, thunder in distance. If you're still watching, I need you to pause right here. Stories like Zariah's are real for thousands across America. Subscribe now, because we tell the stories others won't. White right pointing backhand index, click here to subscribe. Weeks passed. Zariah walked into Fulton County Court, head held high, but the courtroom was filled with the cold gaze of power. Roger's legal team outnumbered hers 5-1. They whispered, smirked, filed motions faster than she could breathe. Tiana stood beside her, whispering, "Don't let them see fear. Let them see fire." Roger's lawyer, a slick man in a silver suit, spoke to the judge. "Your Honor, the property was never legally transferred to Miss Lewis. The HOA has the right to reclaim it." But Tiana rose. Calm. Sharp. "Objection, Your Honor. Exhibit A, the original deed, signed and notarized by both parents. Dated and sealed. She's the rightful heir." The courtroom fell silent. Roger's smirk vanished. Then, the unexpected twist. The judge leaned forward, expression unreadable. "Exhibit noted. But we'll reconvene in 2 weeks after reviewing community code violations." Slow dramatic music. Roger nods faintly, a glimmer of corruption in his eye. That night, Zariah returned home to find the house's windows shattered and the golden railings torn down. Spray painted across the front wall, "Get out." Her knees buckled. But behind her, a familiar car pulled up. Tiana stepped out, not in her usual suit, but a hoodie and sneakers, holding her phone. Tiana, smile for the camera, Roger. Across the street, Roger stood frozen, caught red-handed on video with a group of men, tools in hand. She'd baited them. The same system that silenced them was about to incriminate itself. The next morning, that footage went viral. Major networks picked it up. Hashtags flooded social media. Hashtag Justice for Zariah. Hashtag HO Abuse. Hashtag Golden House Atlanta. Within 48 hours, Roger was suspended pending investigation. The city ordered an independent audit of the HOA. And the judge, the same one who'd looked away before, now ruled in Zariah's favor. Tears streamed down her face as she stepped back into her home. Zariah, voice trembling, Mom, Dad, they tried to take everything. But they forgot, you raised me to fight. Camera pans upward. Sun rises over the golden duplex, her reflection glowing in the window. But just as the music swells, a black SUV stops at the end of the street. Two men in suits step out, holding a thick envelope stamped, Federal Housing Authority. Miss Lewis, we need to talk about your property. It's not over. To be continued. What would you do if they tried to take your family's legacy? If you believe in justice, if you believe in truth, like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to the Untold Struggles, where every story reveals the fight behind the silence.